you still not heard of BYD? Where on earth have you been? This company has big plans. They are planning to sell more cars than MINI, than Renault, twice as many as Mazda, and they are all big brand names. They've got some huge plans and they're hoping that this will really help. This is the brand new Atto 2. So there's no sort of Ocean name for this car. So there's two separate groups when it comes to BYD. You've got the Ocean series, which is your seal, your dolphin, your sea lion, and then you've got the Dynasty series, which includes this, the Atto 2, which actually in China is called the Up, but for obvious reasons they couldn't call it the Up because we already have an Up. But is it any good? Are BYD going to do well? Do you want to hear me sing karaoke? Stick around. So yes, folks, it's another B-segment SUV, which I've been driving a lot of lately. I mean, you look at the Citroën C3, the Fiat Grande Panda, the Vauxhall Frontera, the Suzuki e-Vitara, same size. Same size. Although this, well, the version that we're driving today has a 45 kilowatt hour battery, but that's not the version we're going to get in the UK. This is only going to be in Europe. The version we're getting in the UK will start at a 50 kilowatt hour battery, so it should have slightly more range. But this will do around 194 miles, something like that. But in terms of design, but I think it's quite a nice looking thing. This colour, by the way, is hiking green. You've basically got this or grey or white or just basic colours. So for this, yeah, I'd go for this colour. I think it's quite lovely. I think it's quite a nice looking car, you know. I think it looks a bit like a smart #3. Can you see it? I can totally see it. And also, just in case you were worried about it, there is no "Build Your Dreams" written across the back. That basically only exists in the Dolphin. But what they did was they listened because they knew that the Europeans weren't too keen on that. So no, we just have this lettering down the back and that's it. That's it. A very nice, simple design. And I quite like the little touches of colour that you get around the rear bumpers and around the side as well. I think it's quite lovely. Rear wiper, brilliant. Boot size, excellent. It's actually not the biggest in its class. I mean, the Vauxhall Frontera has 460 litres, and this has 400 litres of space, which is fairly decent. And you can also move the boot floor. So this is just flush. And then if you want to, put that down there. Got a bit more space. Lovely. I want to point out something very quickly. Manos, how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". He keeps whacking his head on there. I'm all right, but he keeps whacking his head on there, which doesn't normally happen with every car, but yeah. And also, for the price, which I'm going to come to in a minute, I wish this was electrified. Look at the space back here. This is great. That's set up for my driving position. I'm 5'6.5". Look at this. Look at all of this. Look at the quality of this. Ambient lighting around here. The quality of the materials on the doors. Yes. So this is the Boost version that we've got here, which will basically be the basic trim when it comes to the UK. So in Europe, they've got an active version, which is slightly less tech than what's in here, but we're going to get Boost, and then eventually by Q4, then there will be the Comfort version that's coming that will be a little bit more high tech with a bigger battery. But when this arrives in summer and you've got this version, you'll be happy with this. These seats are very comfortable. Look at this space. You've got a couple of charge ports down here. You've got standard USB-A and a USB-C. Very nice. Bit of storage in here. Pocket for your phone. Completely flat floor. So here's a fun little fact. The battery is actually built into the structure of the car rather than just being bolted on the top of it. So what it does is it saves space. It's said to make the body a little bit stiffer, and it's good for safety. Good stuff. This is where your money's going. The tech included in this car is utterly insane. Everything within this screen is completely customizable. This screen is brilliant. This is 8.8 inches. That's 12.8 inches. Of course, it's got the BYD party trick where you can do this. And you can do this. Now, when I say it's customizable, I haven't actually tested it yet, but they showed us it yesterday in the presentation. But what they were saying is, all along here, the strip down here that never changes, you can move things around to be closer to you or further away from you. So say, for example, I want to move my heated seat closer to me. I hold it down and I move it along. That works! It totally works! Yes! That works! Also, yes, that might annoy you, having little buttons and things for your climate controls. Not a problem, because you can change the temperature with 3 fingers. Yes. So you can go up and down like this by changing your temperature, like that. And then you can change the fans sideways. Up, down, up, down. That absolutely works. And the voice assist in this car is brilliant. I mean, you can just tell her to do 3 things and she'll do it. Like, hey BYD.
Hello.
Open the windows. I'm hungry.
I can't access this navigation feature. Please operate it manually.
That's annoying, but she kind of understood me. Turn on my heated seat.
Got it. I'll turn on seat heating.
She's brilliant. Hey BYD. Turn off my heated seat.
Sure, I'll turn off seat heating.
Thank you. It's warm here in Spain. But it's great. So, oh, shush. So on this home screen, you've got to swipe down from here. Is that right? 2 fingers? 2 fingers. 2 fingers to swipe down. And all of this as well is also customizable. So you can chop and change everything that you want in this go-to menu. So if you want to switch off your lane keep assist, if you want to turn off your speed awareness, if you want to turn off the thing that's constantly having a go at you while you're driving by telling you that you're not paying attention when you definitely are, you can move all of that into that menu. So you go custom, and then you select what you want. You can put your heated steering up there. You can put your regen braking up there. That's so good. Can I also say heated steering and heated seats come as standard? A heat pump comes as standard. Sunroof comes as standard. Everything seems to just come as standard in this thing. Wireless charging, the lot. It's absolutely bloomin' marvellous. Hey BYD.
I'm here.
Do up my window. Oh, God, it's amazing. It's amazing. And all the quality of everything in here is just great. I mean, all along the doors, same as in the back. Steering wheel feels really nice. All across the dash here is all really lovely materials. There's no piano black throughout this whole entire thing, so this all looks really smart. I really like the gear selector, very much, kind of crystally diamond vibes. Nice stitching down here, bit of storage in there, couple of cup holders in there. Also in here, a thing that if you need to smash the window, if you're trapped, and then that's a thing to cut your seatbelt if you've got an issue as well. So safety stuff all hidden in here. Did you hear that echo? It's because there's a microphone in here. If you go onto the apps, you can download games and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And it's got karaoke. Shall we? Right, let me just, sorry, hi. We're going to do this and we're going to do it right. It's happening. Now, unfortunately, because of music rights on YouTube, we can't actually play the songs, so you're getting it a cappella. Here we go. No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. I need time to move on. I need love to feel strong. But I got time to think it through. And maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think it's strong enough. No, thank you, Wembley. Thank you.
This video is brought to you with Anderson EV, the UK's most awarded home charge point brand of 2024. Offering over 200 colour and finish options, a market-leading 7-year warranty and a unique hidden tethered cable.
There is one downside to this car. Charging speeds. Now, I've driven a lot of B-segment SUVs lately, you know, like I mentioned earlier, the Panda, the Frontera, the EC3, and they all charge at 100 kilowatts, and they are cheaper than this car. This car does rapid charging at 65 kilowatts. That's 10 to 80% in around 37 minutes. Now, in my humble opinion, we're in 2025. I don't think that's fast enough. I mean, especially in the UK, a lot of people won't have driveways and you'll be reliant on the public network. And I just don't think that's quick enough.
By the way, we have been told that when the bigger battery version comes along, that will have faster charging. We haven't been given numbers, but they've told us it will be faster. So that's promising. I'm actually quite impressed by how... Oh, now, I don't actually know how to turn her off. But every time I've been turning my head, even just to sort of check mirrors, and then every time I look at you in that camera, she's going to keep telling me off for not paying attention to the road. So I'm going to just look at you with my eyes, and then hopefully that will work. There we go. As I was saying, I think this drives really well. It's very quiet, it's very smooth, and what they were saying about the battery being built into the chassis means it can corner pretty well. I mean, what we've got in here, so we've got 170 horsepower, which you can feel if I put it in sport mode. I go there, down to sport mode, yes, put my foot down. That's got a good amount of oomph. It has. And actually, man, I'm sliding around all over the place next to me. I think it drives really, really well. There's a nice amount of feel behind the steering. I'm now going to put it back down to normal mode. You've also got eco mode and snow field, in case you're on a snowy field somewhere. But it's really quiet. I mean, bear in mind, I've just put my foot down there. There's not a lot of wind noise going on. There's no road noise, like whatsoever. It's super smooth. 0 to 62 will take about 7.9 seconds, which isn't bad at all. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, also as standard, vehicle to load. The battery that's so impressive, because BYD designed it, has the LFP blade battery, which they test it for safety by putting a whopping great nail through the middle of it, is brilliant. No cobalt. So that's going to shut up that guy down the pub, isn't it? Yeah! Well played. I think it's quite lovely. The driving position's really nice. Visibility is great, so you've got a good view out of that rear window. All around the sides looks great. Now, when it comes to regen braking, it's not the best. It won't bring you down to a complete stop. But you've got a little switch here, so I'm on normal, and then I put it up to high. There we go. So when I lift off the accelerator, it slows down a little bit. Little smidgies. But it won't stop. And then if you put it on back to standard, I don't think I can feel the difference. Let's try that again. No, there's not that much of a difference. It feels same. It does. It feels same. This is really smooth. We went over a few speed bumps earlier. Just kind of glided over the top of them. This feels, to drive and to sit in, more expensive than its competitors, because it is a little bit more expensive, but it feels it. I've actually grown to quite like this car. I quite like it. I do. I could live with this car. I could. Now, obviously, efficiency-wise, I can't really tell you that much because we're only driving it for a few hours while we're over in Spain. But as soon as it arrives in the UK in summer, we will get our hands on it and do a proper test to see how it's doing efficient-wise. But obviously, it comes with a heat pump as standard. So in terms of WLTP, it should be pretty close. Should be. So you know there's like a lot of big brands that will be tweaking their cars for the Chinese market, you know, removing badge names, adding a little bit more quirkiness to their cars. This feels like the complete other way around. So this does feel like a Chinese car that has been designed for the European market. I mean, you think of like the Atto 3, for example, which is basically the step above this car. It has got stupid quirky things in, like the guitar strings on the doors. And, you know, the Dolphin has dolphin fin handles and stupid quirky things. This feels more aimed at the European market, and I think this is going to do quite well. I really do. And the fact that it comes with karaoke is just great. Do you know what would be really annoying? Is if you're driving, say you're on a big, like, long road trip or something,
and your passenger picks up that microphone and turns it on by holding down the on button and connects to the car.
Yeah. What?
And maybe sings? Maybe just...
YouTube cannot handle that.
No, that's true. So maybe if you do have the microphone in the car, keep it down in your door bin so your passenger can't...
Hello, hello, hello,
Can they hear us from outside?
hello. Hey,
You're so annoying!
hey.
So there we go. The BYD Atto 2. Do we like it? Do you want to know the price of it? Okay, I'll tell you. So we only have European prices at the moment. We don't have the UK price. So in euros, 31,990 euros. Now, I'm very aware that there's way more affordable options out there at the moment, but I can see where the money's gone. I can see where it's gone. It's gone on the quality of materials, it's gone on the tech. It hasn't gone on the charging speed. That's way too slow. It's gone on the karaoke, isn't it? Oh, I didn't want to be that person that came here and fell in love with a car. But I do really like it. I do. I'm charmed by it. It's quirky, but it's cool, and I like the colour and I like how it drives. And I think it's worth the money. I do. By all means, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and all that. I want to go and have another sing-song because I can. So, what shall I sing? I want to love you, BYD, pretty young thing. Bye. This is what's really annoying is Manos. We're now going to stop to film the outro and Manos is going to do it all on the microphone. Forwards.
Left.
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 Left. Left. Left. Left.
Keep going. Stop.